Hi, Dale Guiducci, Director of Sales Operations with Reach Solar. Thanks for coming in and watching this video. You're going to see some information about Reach Solar. And the reason why we want you to see this up front, before you take your time and energy and effort to schedule an appointment and so forth, we want you to see what we do and see if you like what we do and you think you could fit into what we do, because we do things completely different. Trust me that you have not seen a company in the solar industry in the United States do things the way that we do it. Maybe that's why we're still in business, and maybe that's why we're expanding and looking for people. Now, having said that, we're looking for people that have a lot of solar sales experience. We are not looking to take somebody that might have sales experience in another industry, or certainly no sales experience at all, and bring them through the gauntlet of learning how to sell solar. That's not what we're going to do. So please, if you don't have a successful track record in residential solar sales, you don't need to go any further. Okay. However, if you do, please watch this video. Please understand what we do, and if you like what we do, I'll give you some instructions at the end of the video. The other thing of note is what we don't talk about in this video is compensation. Let me share with you a little bit about our compensation plan for solar sales professionals. For a self-gen deal, no matter how you bring in that lead, or even if you use our tools, like you use the tools that you're about to see and you generate leads, you can do that, and we'll pay you 65% of the revenue. Again, no matter how you bring in the leads, you buy them, you walk neighborhoods, you do social media, or you use our tools, we'll pay you 65% of the revenue. On top of that, you may want to build a team. You may have some other people that you've worked with in the past that are a good track record with solar, and you bring them over. When they sell, you make 10% of the deal, of the revenue on that sale. You make 10% of that revenue. Again, they make 65, right? You make 10%. Okay, so that's that. Now we've got an internal sales team, and you're going to see the tool that our affiliates. We have thousands of affiliates across the United States that are going to be using the same technology that you're going to see here in just a minute to generate leads. Those leads are going to go to an internal sales team. If you prove yourself as someone that can close sales on a regular basis, they got a good track record closing, but not only closing, bringing those sales through to PTO, and customers love you, that sort of thing. We'll track all that, and we may ask you to come in and be a part of our internal sales team. If so, you are going to have again these leads that come in. The system is going to be designed for you. The appointment's going to be booked for you, and all you need to do is be at home remotely, show up to these appointments and close sales. And for that, you get 10% of the revenue on the deal. And our hope is that people that are on our internal sales team are getting two, three, four of these a day. And if you add that kind of revenue up, it's going to be amazing. But just pay attention to the technology we're using to produce these leads at the beginning of this video, and it's going to be explained by our president, Joe Valenzuela. Then you're going to see some more information from the division president of a bank called PRMI that we're working with, and I'm going to leave that open so that you can understand directly from him what we're doing, why we're working with a mortgage lender in the solar industry. So pay attention to that. And then you're going to see the rest of our compensation plan, because you as well can build a team of affiliates that are using this technology that you're about to see to bring in leads, and then you're making money on the entire team, not just sales reps that you bring in, but affiliates you bring in. So we've got a package for you to see, which is why we want to share this video with you first. Watch it. If you like what you see, I've got some closing comments, and I'll tell you exactly what to do at the end of this video so that we can get together and talk more.
I have the privilege of showing you guys some new tech today, and it's this new tool that you're about to have access to starting today. But I want to tee up this conversation because Rick was absolutely right when he said that we are a disruptor, and that word gets thrown around a lot. But I want to unpack that a little bit, and I want to just highlight a few problems. What a disruptor really is a small firm that is able to displace the giants inside of an industry very quickly. And in order for you as a small guy to go beat the giants, you have to fight an unconventional warfare. You cannot fight on the same battlefield in the same fighting tactics that the giants like to play in. We are at a moment today where all of us are going to fight in a completely unconventional battle that no one else in this industry is equipped to be able to fight like us in this way. And their timing of where we sit doing this could not be better. The giants are already falling on their own. How many of us have seen the Mosaics, the big installer companies, Freedom Forever, just 2 weeks ago, going out of business on their own? This is the battlefield that we are walking into right now. While everyone else is stumbling, while everyone else is believing that the tax credits are gone, we have the opportunity in the midst of all of this chaos to be an absolute beacon that totally takes over this market. And I'm so excited to talk about this form of disruption. I want to give you one other thing. I want to highlight this problem because I think once you get it, once you understand the problems that exist and what this tool is going to do, it's going to go from your head to your heart and you're going to be on fire. The whole solar industry, guys, has been stuck in this dinosaur position of, well, I'm going to just knock on every single door that I can possibly knock on, because surely if I knock on enough, somebody's going to want to talk to me, right? And that's what they do. They just go out and knock, and they find the guy. And then by the time you've knocked on that many doors and you've gotten that many no's and you finally get somebody who goes, hey, I'll hear you out. Man, you're cramming whatever solar deal you can get to work on that house. You're trying to put any product you can make sell. And that's the way it's been done. That's why the solar industry has such a bad name, because it's been this spray and pray. Everybody's getting pitched, regardless of if it's a good fit or not, because truthfully, we've never known, right? What you've had to, there's been no way to know until I get under the hood and I get your electric bill and I look at your tax situation and I see what's going on. How do I know ahead of time? So I got to knock on all the doors. I got to try to find it out. Your job from today going forward is not to try to spray and pray and pitch the whole world and try to fit every square peg in a round hole and make something for somebody that's not really supposed to be there. Your job is to legitimately find out if there is good news to share. And if there is, share the good news. And then let that person decide whatever they want. Let the chips fall where they may. That is what you are going to become an expert at. Finding out, is there good news to share? And when there is, share the good news. So without any further ado, let me introduce you guys to the new and improved tool that you are going to have access to starting today. In your back office, you will see at the very top, the Goldie stands for Gathering Operational Logic and Data Intelligence. You'll get access to this homepage, but I want to show you guys a number. I'm going to punch in an address to a customer that we recently sold solar to, so I know that it's a good fit for this property. But I just plug in the address, hit enter, and Goldie starts going to work. And what Goldie is doing is analyzing thousands of data points, everything from property address, climate data, square footage of roof space, cumulative volume of square feet in the home, estimated tax incentives from the state, local, and federal level. Every piece of data that you want to know, being able to go in, and what's going to pop up is a range of benefits from low to high. That low number is the low end of the benefits that this customer is going to put in their pocket over the next 5 years. The high is the range. Why the range? We don't know if they fall into a 10% tax bracket or a 38% tax bracket. We just don't know, right? But it's going to go unlock this and take a look at it. This customer, I can tell you, just did their tax returns. And so I happen to know exactly the cash that they're getting back. In year one, this is saying over the next 5 years, this customer is putting $42,000 back in their pocket this year. I had this conversation this last week. I said, oh my gosh, are you so excited? He said, yes, because my daughter's getting married on September 26th and I got a wedding to pay for. That's the impact you bring to customers. This is the good news you share. It's fathers paying for daughters' weddings. It's making a real impact in their lives. This is what Goldie's able to do. When you have good news to share, you go out and you share it. Guys, it's never been easier. Never been easier to get that in front of a customer, show it to them. Mike walks them right through exactly what to do. And then look at this. From right here, they can upload an electric bill. If they don't have a PDF or they're on their mobile phone and they've got an actual paper bill in front of them, they just scan the QR code, snap a photo of the bill, and it'll upload right here for them. And then they go right to booking an appointment. Let me share with you guys this last piece of this tool, which is absolutely incredible. And I want to show you personal campaigns. This is a new feature for you to take your business of prospecting to the next level. It's, texting your friend, hey, do you own or do you rent? Right? Easy question. If you guys, every year at holiday time, I get a bunch of my texts from my friends, hey, what's your address? And I know the family postcards are coming, right? All the holiday cards, all that stuff. That's what we're going to do is text, hey, what's your address? We're going to plug in their address. When you start your business, you're going to text people that you know that own houses. If you know they own a house, say, hey, what's your address? Run the numbers. So guys, this is the game changer. This is going to change everything. This is going to give you the ability to not only prospect the people that you know, but the homes around you, right? How many of you guys go on a morning walk, right? Walk your dog, cup of coffee, whatever. You're going to start to notice houses that have beautiful south-facing roof planes. And you'll start to ask yourself, that roof catches a lot of sunlight. I wonder what would happen with that address. Just maybe jot down the address, go on Zillow, drop a pin. What address is that? Let me copy paste that address and save that for later. And you're going to start plugging in addresses here. And what you can do is actually send a postcard. You can plug in an address. This is really designed for everybody. When you grab all the addresses of people that you know. You saw here it said run home solar value. You can go out there and run a report. It tells you if it's good, and if it is, you can claim this with 1 credit, right? I'm going to claim this property. Boom, right there, a postcard campaign just went out with my name on it, right? Let me show you a little example of what the postcard looks like. This is what your homeowner is going to see. A picture of their house on it. Hey, this is a template, right? It's not going to match what you're sending because you're going to send a bunch, but this is a template. Hey, Garcia, I ran a report on your home and I found you have a huge opportunity to cash in on. Here's your total home solar value. Here's the range of tax incentives you're sitting on. Here's your energy savings. Here's your total home value increase. Give me a call. Scan this QR code and watch this little video and upload the report on your own. Get it for yourself. You can run these campaigns nationwide. All of this is tagged to your replicated website, your name and phone number. You can upload your picture. If you guys notice right here, my little picture is right here. I can actually come in here and actually take a little selfie. We got a phenomenal thing in here where if I want to take my own little headshot, maybe I don't have a professional headshot, I scan this with my phone, take a picture of myself, and we even have a button for AI to touch up your appearance a little bit, right? Put the little polish on it for you, right? It's awesome, right? So you get a little headshot, your postcard's ready to run, and you can start covering the marketplace in these postcards. I am excited to tell you that every single one of you have 50 campaign credits in your back office right now for you to go out there and spend. Go out there and start covering these guys. We are going to give everybody these 50 bonus credits from the time they get started. If you've been in Reach, your start date is today. And everybody who gets started is going to have 1 week to go out there and get 50 bonus credits when they get started into the marketplace and start covering their warm market, their close market with these campaigns. So guys, this is a game changer. Every single time that you get a postcard in the mail, you're going to lock that property. No one else is able to claim that property for 21 days. You're going to get obviously, if they're your friends and family, you already have their phone number, you already know their address, right? But what you're also going to get, if it's a property that you just, don't have yet, you don't have a number, you're actually going to be able to get the contact information included every time you claim a property. You're going to actually have a skip trace happen where that homeowner's name, phone number, and email is going to show up in your back office so that you can reach out. Hey, my name's Joe. Hey, I just sent you a postcard. It probably hasn't even come in the mail yet, but when you get it, keep an eye for it. And I just want to let you know it's real. It's 100% real. Scan that thing. There's a short little video on it. You can watch it. If you like what you see, let's have a bigger conversation, right? You are going to be able to convert, right, some significant numbers here of being able to go cover these campaigns and run this. Guys, I'm telling you, I've ran direct mail campaigns at scale. Average direct mail conversion rates are somewhere 1% to 2%, somewhere in that range. I think we're going to be significantly higher than that. And this thing is going to be a money printing machine, because let me tell you a couple other things. Every time that you get somebody in your 21 days, you got 21 days with this locked. Your mission in life in that 21-day period is to get an electric bill uploaded. That's all you have to do. Get an electric bill uploaded within that 21 days, and then guess what happens? That property becomes locked for 6 months to you once that bill gets uploaded. Then you've got 6 months to get them into the appointment with an expert to sit down and get it done. Once you get them to sit down with the expert and have that meeting, that property is yours for life. We put a life lock on it, right? You are going to get paid not just on the solar. If it ever gets roofing, if it ever goes out there and takes advantage of other things, that's your property. The name of the game is grabbing market share. How many properties can you get in your personal book of business? How many properties can you lock down that are yours for life, right? It's all about grabbing as many properties that are locked to you, and whenever they go solar, doesn't matter. You're not going to be that pushy salesman that's trying to force them to do anything. You want to share the good news. When they go solar, you're getting paid, right? So guys, and then every time you go out there and get a quality connection, guys, or you get an electric bill uploaded, 25 additional bonus credits are going to be uploaded into your marketing account, right? You're going to have a week to go use those marketing credits, right? You're always going to have a week to go use these bonus credits. But guys, this is a huge deal where when you fund a marketing campaign, it's not just the money you spend on the initial campaign. That's the seed capital. Guys, do you guys start to see it? Drop a thumbs up, a heart, a rocket ship. Give me something in the chat if you are starting to see being David in a world of Goliath right now and going out there and disrupting this marketplace.
PRMI, as Mike said, is a national company. We lend in every state except for New York. And as a seller servicer, we learned from our customers. There was a lot of customers who, were making their payments to us. They got into a house and they added solar, and we heard the good and we heard the bad and we heard everything about it. But for us, we stepped back and said, okay, what's good for our customers is good for us. How do we how do we fight affordability, and how do we, give home ownership the opportunity for more people to get in and achieve that. And so this is kind of a program that we came in there, because what we stepped back and looked at is you're never going to own a house without running power to it. And as the cost of power rises, the cost of home ownership rises. In fact, here in the state of Utah, they just announced they're trying to put in a digital AI center, and that AI center that's about 30-40 miles north of me, they're expecting it's going to pull more power to that AI data center than the current state is using as a whole. And so everybody is panicking about the cost of power and how it goes up. The problem is banks traditionally look at PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Well, when we stepped back and said, wow, there's a lot of wasted buying power sitting out there in utilities. And what I mean by buying power, if we got rid of a utility bill, how much more could they borrow for the exact same monthly payment? A $200 utility bill has almost 40 plus $1,000 of buying power. A $300 utility bill is closer to $60,000 in buying power. So for us, it's not magic, it's just math. This example that I like to show, right? It's kind of one that's there. On the top left corner, you'll notice that it's a 625 credit score. So yes, we go down to 620 scores. We'll even go a little bit lower with compensating factors. Those compensating factors are verifiable rent history and some reserves. If they've got some reserves, we can go under 620. But in this example, 620 credit score, 330 sales price, 330 appraised value. What we compared it to is a traditional mortgage, right? That one that you see there on the left, traditional 95% conventional mortgage. That was their loan amount, there was their interest rate, there was their mortgage payment, right? If we come down there, the utility bills, right? They had a $200 utility bill. So their payment was essentially $2,400, bringing in $23,000. What we were able to come in and show them is, hey, let's finance in renewable energy. Let's let REACH contribute to down payment and closing costs, right? And we were able to keep their monthly payment just about the same as buying traditionally, right? But they were able to keep over $20,000 in their pocket. We do this all the time where we get a chance to help home buyers feel more confidence going into home buying. And it's just, I joke, it's not magic, it's math. It's just taking the waste that's out there, that's been in the process. Mortgages have been done the same for 15 to 20 years. Let's think, instead of PITI, let's think PITI plus utilities. Let's set home buyers up for success and think of total cost of home ownership instead of just this little piece. And as we do that, that's what unlocks opportunities. And what the program that REACH created, it's going to help sellers sell houses. We do this as an escrow holdback. So it is your typical 30-day close of escrow, typical 2-week financing contingency deadline. A home buyer will put in their earnest money, appraisal. We recommend an inspection. We can set it up so that money gets credited back to them at closing. But when they close and fund, everybody gets paid, seller gets paid, agents get paid. Everything happens traditionally. Home buyers can move in, and then solar gets installed after they move in. And the good news is, if you're a seller, you don't have to do anything before you sell your house. If you're a buyer, you don't have to worry about the seller approving what you want them to do. You just get the chance to make them an offer like you would on any traditional purchase real estate stuff.
This is the very first compensation plan that's driven by AI, which is just so cool. It's just so cool. By the way, that is Goldie AI, okay? That is what she looks like, okay? So let's just go ahead and just talk about this comp plan here. We're just going to talk about right now 4 ways to get paid. I'm doing a very high level, not too detailed, comp plan documents in the back office. You can get into it. I will tell you that if you like how Goldie AI functions, if you liked all the stuff, you go, wow, they thought about a lot. I mean, that direct marketing campaign, I'm going to hit it at the end here. It's ridiculous. It is an unlimited source of direct marketing campaigns. But if you like that, if you don't understand part of the comp plan, just so you know, the same people that thought all that other stuff through have thought this through too. So give it a chance to understand it, and you're not going to necessarily understand it all today. That I'll tell you. We're going to talk about a personal check match. We're going to talk about advanced commission account. That's right, advanced commission account. It's a first of its kind, never been done in this industry. And this advanced commission account is powered by AI. A personal sales book. Some of you in the insurance world know about your personal book, okay? And then one of the most powerful things you'll learn about is called your team sales book. You will not understand the details of the team sales book here in the next 15 minutes. I will promise you won't understand it, but I'm going to give you an example, and I want you to say, if that works the way Doug just said it worked, we're going to make a lot of money. So when I get there, I'll give you the example, and that's how it works. You may not know how the computer calculates it, but this is how it works. Number one, really simple. Keep this in mind throughout this whole comp plan. There are no gotchas. There are no falling back in ranks. There are none of this other kind of stuff that's done. It's only 1% of the people can make money and 99% of people don't profit. There's none of that Ponzi-nomics in this. There's none of that, okay? This is flat out gig marketing with the multi-level pay, but this is a flat out business. Part-time, full-time, sometime, anytime. This is a business a compensation plan. Technically, 100% of our people can be profitable. You don't need to rely on other people joining your team to be profitable. Okay. Number one, everybody you personally enroll. Everybody you personally enroll. As long as you're active, which is your $49.95 monthly fee for all the hosting, all the systems, Goldie AI, the flywheel, as Rick talked about. As long as you're active, $49.95, you get the comp plan. You're active, you get the comp plan. That's it. 10%, everyone you personally enroll. And you're going to learn about the direct personal bonuses. Personally, you're not even the expert. All you do is give people a free product, and the expert will do the Zoom. All available solar commissions, you earn 15 to 25% because somebody else did that job. You can't even spell solar, and you're still getting 15 to 25% direct person. When you enroll somebody, you can enroll 10 people, 12 people, 15 people, 18 people. Every time they get a direct personal sales bonus, you get a 10% match. Just because you link them to us, or as Rick likes to say, because you connected them, you get paid. When you connect people, you get paid. You connect an affiliate, 10% match in this. 10% in your team book, which you'll learn about, 5 to 10%. They make a check on that. You may not even have a personal book. You may not even have a team book, but because you enrolled somebody and they're making money there, you're getting paid out. Also, there's what's called bronze to platinum differential bonuses. These are the 3 bonuses. You don't get a match in their match. The 10% match, really simple. I enroll somebody, they got a personal bonus check, they got a team bonus check, or they got a leadership differential check. Whenever they get that check paid on a weekly basis, you get a 10% match because you're the one who found it. That simple. Nothing else to know about it. Now, advanced commission account. Just keep this in mind. This is risk-free. Reach takes all the risk. This is an advance on future sales. So if no sale actually happens from that quality connection, you still get to keep the money. Okay? So let's just talk about how this works. Every time you get a quality connection, how do you get a quality connection? You sent the postcard out, you followed up, you told them, here, this is Publisher Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. We got money for you. All you got to do is upload your utility bill, spend 20 minutes with an expert to show how you can get that number from that paper to your pocket. There you go. You set the appointment. They set the appointment. If the appointment is kept, they show up, boom, $100 advance is paid to you. Now, if that quality connection goes, holy macro, Mike was right. Look at this. Joe was talking about, I get $17,000 in my first year. And when they move to a contract, they work with the expert, yeah, I'll sign this contract, no money out of my pocket, and look what I'm getting. Just when they move to contract, you get another $250 advance. Don't worry about the details. This is how it works. We'll get into it. Everyone starts with $500 in what's called an advanced commission account. Everyone starts with there. So by the way, congratulations, everybody. You have money that Rick is waiting to give you. Okay? It's right there. He starts everybody off with $500. Now here's how you can have your advanced commission account go up. Add a utility bill. Anytime a utility bill is added to AI, Goldie AI, okay, $25 is added to your advanced commission account. Every time you enroll a new affiliate, $100 is added to your advanced commission account. And every time, we just talked about a solar contract, a quality connection moves a solar contract, $500 is added to your advanced commission account. So you show how you pulled it out, $100 per quality connection. All of a sudden, the system looks and says, last week, oh, look at this. Leslie had 3 people show up to an expert consultation. Great. Boom, trigger it. $300. She can pull $300. We automatically pull $300 out of her advanced account and give it to her and put it into her actual bank account. Well, that's pretty cool. Hey, she also had someone last week who actually moved to a solar contract. Okay, increase your advanced account by $500. Now she pulls out $250 and she goes in her bank account. This is how this works. Personal sales book. This is really simple. 15 to 25% of available solar commissions. So this means like, and we're going to use the average of like $6,000 of a minimum, available solar commissions. I know a lot of people out here going, that's way too low, but let's just use that as the example. When you build your personal sales book, every time you get a quality connection, they go into your book. This is your personal book of business, which is your personal sales book, which is this. Every time a quality connection moves to a contract sign, and then they move, okay, to actually having solar turned on, available solar commissions are released. And you get 15 to 25%. Now remember, all you did was put an address in, and Goldie says they need to talk to an expert. Postcard got sent out. You made contact. They sat for a presentation, okay, which is a real presentation. This is not a sales presentation. This is where the solar world is going to have a shift. These are not sales presentations. These are IQ tests. This is what you have. With no money out of your pocket, this is what you could get. This is not a one size fits small. See, the solar industry before, okay, what they did was they just said, we got to create financial products. And they did it for one size fit all, which means they made the financial products for one size fits small. Oh, maybe you can save $5 or $10. What if I can save you $20 on your utility bill? That's small. Goldie is telling you the good to great home solar values. That's a different category of home solar value, and there's millions of them. That's where the Don Worthingtons of the world go, oh, you're dealing in this inventory? Oh, well, this house has this type of home solar value. We can use refinancing to get them their solar and avoid all the dealer fees. Or we can, if they're selling a house, we can let them buy it for no money down. This inventory gets that type of finance products. It's not one size fit all, which is really one size fits small. It's one size fits good to great home solar value. And we only deal in that part, okay? So 15 to 25%. But if you think about it, if I have like 5 quality connections in there, we're not talking about somebody who said, okay, Mike, here's my utility bill. I guess I'll do a presentation. No. These presentations are people that already go, you're serious. Mike's video goes, see that number up there? See this number down here? I'm just telling you, it's real. It's free and it's real. Schedule an appointment and find out. And when they find out, it's real. So how many of those people go, well, I'd like that money in my pocket? A lot of them. A lot of them. So it's really an IQ test, not a sales thing. When they convert and actually get solar at 15 to 25%, how do you get between the 15 and 25%? Really simple. Really easy. You're just an affiliate, 15%. That means on average, if it's $6,000, it's $900. You can move to what's called bronze. Now, this is what's kind of cool about this. And this is the promotion right now. Here's what's cool about this. It's not about structure. If all you did was get 10 quality connections, okay, you're now bronze. You're bronze, 10 quality connections. And it's cumulative. Maybe it took 2.5 months, you hit bronze. Great, 10 quality connections. Now your personal book, your entire personal book moves to 17.5%. Meaning I may have had quality connections that came in there before I was bronze. But when I turn bronze, that whole book goes to 17.5%. When I go to silver, 30 quality connections, which is 20 more. Totally cumulative, 20%. That's $1,200 on the average small. Gold is 60, 22.5%, and platinum 100. That's $1,500. Remember, you're still just an affiliate. All you did was knock on the door and say, hey, here's your publisher clearinghouse sweepstakes. You have this. Go, you said expert, to find out how you can get this into your pocket. Get with the expert, they'll do it. You connect them and reach as experts do the rest. Whether the expert is PRMI, whether the expert is a solar expert, the experts do the rest. Whether the expert is a solar tax pro. So this is actually the personal sales book. Now, just to put in your mind, because I'm about to lose you. You're about to get lost here in a second. You're about to totally get lost. And I promise you, don't worry about it. This is your personal book of business. Okay? Personal book of business. Everybody has a personal book of business. Now, let's do a quick summary. Free home solar value reports for every Gold AI for homeowner. Gold AI does the heavy lifting. Address is locked down when the campaign starts. It's locked down, 21 days. Send a postcard, 21 days. Utility bill gets uploaded, 6 months. They turn into a quality connection, it's forever in your personal book. This is how your personal book gets built and gets locked, okay? Earn up to $100 advance when a homeowner receives their free home solar value report from an expert. Just that simple. Earn $250 advance when a homeowner signs a solar agreement. That's simple. Earn a total of $900 to $1,500 when solar is turned on. You connect a homeowner with free product and the expert does the rest. Now here's the power of duplication. Let's talk about this for a second. Let's just say, as an example, everybody follow me, you enrolled 5 affiliates. It's not about you, it's about your team sometimes. You just enrolled 5 affiliates. How hard? How reasonable? Put in the chat column. Do you think it's hard to have 25 campaigns get pushed out in the first 7 days when they join? How hard is that? Put the address in. Goldie says it's good. Say start campaign. Goldie says it's good. Start campaign. And you're going to see over the next week or so, you're going to see what's called the Goldie AI prospector. You're like, I don't want to just do it by one at a time. I'm just going to push the button and Goldie, and you put a zip code in, and Goldie AI says, here's the 20 best, not the only, but the 20 best home solar values in that zip code. Lock, 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 send it. How hard is it to have 25 campaigns sent out? Well, just with that 5, that'd be 125 campaigns going out. These 125 people are getting information saying, your house is solar rich. You're sitting on a gold mine. Just upload your utility bill and just take a moment and let the experts show you what that actually means. 125 people get that. How many people of that 125 do you think are going to start being added to people's personal sales book because they became quality connections? A lot of them. Are you ready to find out what your team can do? Now we're moving into the part which you'll get a little confused, but don't worry about it. This is what's called your team sales book. You know your personal sales book, that's easy. Now here's your team sales book. Your team sales book is made up of, we're going to do a sample month. I'm just going to show you a sample month. This is across 6 teams. Let's say you enrolled 6 teams. Now I'm going to give you the hard example. Trust me, my math is right. I think most people know if Doug gives a number, the number's right. I do that well, okay? This is a sample month across 6 months. Just going to show you a sample. Let's say your first team, and this takes the person you personally enrolled, the people they enrolled, all the way down to infinity. Let's say that month, the new team, there was 18 new quality connections that were created in that team in that month. 18 new quality connections. Let's say your second team had 12 new quality connections in that month. New, not total. Maybe there's a total of 70, but this is new. In team 3, there's 24 quality connections created. Team 4, 47 quality connections made it. Team 5, 32 quality connections that were created, new ones, all the way to infinity. Team 6, 19 quality connections created. Now, the way it's a proprietary compensation plan that we created. Proprietary, nobody's ever done it before. You may have heard code before, but you've never seen it done this way. This is called a two-way infinity structure. You get infinite width and infinite depth, okay? You can get people put into your team book that are in your 118th level, your 247th level. They're in your team book. I'm going to show you. So what we do is the system based on the rules we put in there, and you can learn the rules by reading the comp plan, but don't worry. Even if you don't know it, this is how the system would look at this. They would say, okay, let's figure out which one of these is going to be your qualifying team. Boom, right there. Qualifying team just means these 32 quality connections, they're not eligible to go in your team book. Okay. But the other 120, they are eligible to go into your team book. I mean, think about this. Some of those 120 quality connections could be on your 7th level, 18th level, 34th level, 77th level, but they're eligible to go in your team book. 32 weren't eligible because that's your qualifying team. If you want to know why it's a qualifying team, just read the document or get on one of the Zooms. I'll show it to you. I won't spend too much time on it. But out of 152, 120, what that means is now your team book just goes, boom, there you go, 120. Just got added to your team book. You may have 0. You may actually have 0 in your personal book. It does not matter. Even if your personal book is 0, your team book is now 120 on this example. We don't have all the gotchas. What that means is just on 5%, of the available solar commissions, if we use the small one of 6,000, that book right now has an asset value of $36,000. Commissions waiting to go to you. People who got their publisher clearinghouse sweepstake notification, this money is yours, just upload a utility bill, get with an expert so you can claim your prize, okay? This is what's going on. Now, up to 10% you get in your team book, 5 to 10%. So that book can be worth $36,000 to $72,000 is what that book can be worth. Just that. And every month, every single month, we take every leg you have all the way down to infinity, add up all the new quality connections. We take one of the legs and say that's a qualifying leg, and the rest of them, most of them are available for your team book. This is massive. You're probably thinking, how does that happen? You don't need to know how it works. If you want, we'll do in-depth compensation plans. But it looks, and by the way, 5 to 10%, here's how it works. 5%, once again, it's added to your affiliate. Bronze gets 6%. Silver's 7%. Gold 8%. Platinum 10%. You want to know how it actually works? If this helps you, if you're one of those people and you go, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, I see. Yep. That's how it goes infinite width. Yep, that's how it goes infinite. If you're one of those people that know this world, well, then this should make perfect sense for you. If you're not, don't worry about it. Okay? It's how it works. I just want to wrap in one thing here. The personal book, it said 15 to 25%, correct? The team book said 5 to 10%, correct? That's paid out every time. If someone's an affiliate and in their personal book they got 15%, the other 10% is paid upline to the first bronze or higher, silver or higher, gold or higher. That's called the differential. We have full differential on both books. That runs in your enroller tree. That's how that works. So matching check, easy. Advanced commission account, pretty simple. Personal sales book, pretty simple. Team sales book, I have no idea how they do that, but I like it. If 120 out of 152 were in my personal book and they want to pay me $36,000 to $72,000, even though I understand it, I'm so glad they're doing that. There is always going to be an orientation time of understanding something new. This is something you've never, I promise all the people when I talk to them, you have never seen something like this before.
Okay, you just learned a lot about Reach Solar, and I'm going to assume that you liked what you saw and you would like to talk with us, right? That's why you're still here. So if that's the case, what I want you to do, and I'm going to put a link up here so that you can see where you need to go to take a personality assessment, and then I'm going to put over here my email address that you can email that to me. I want to look at your personality assessment beforehand, and then if that fits what we're looking for, then we can go ahead and set up an appointment to have an interview, right? To get to know each other, meet each other, and talk more. That's going to be an opportunity for you to ask any questions that you want. And of course, we're going to ask a lot of questions of you as well. So, okay, first thing is you're here because you liked what you saw. Great. Second of all, go to this link over here, this one over here, and take the personality assessment and then send it to my email address over here so that I can get a hold of that. And then I will contact you and we will set up an interview time. Thanks for spending all the time to watch this video. I know it was an investment of your time, but well worth it if we can get together and make some money together. All right, take good care. Bye now.